Hello everybody. Well, today I'm going to be canning fish. Now I've done fish before. I don't have a lot of fish here, but I let about 4 pounds of fish go bad because we didn't eat them fast enough. So these are still good. Now they're in a brine mix. The ratio is 1 cup of water. 1 cup of salt, canning salt, to a gallon of water, and you let them sit in the brine for 1 hour. These I'm going to trim the fins off and start cutting them up. Since they're small fish, according to the Ball Complete book, you can include the bones. And with a long processing time, I have no doubt the bones are going to be perfectly soft. So let me get those over here on my little apple cutting mat, and I will get them trimmed up and ready to go. I mentioned that you drain them well, and let them drain about 10 minutes before you start working on them. Got the fins and tails off of all of them. Let's go ahead and rinse them again. Some of them are going to be just right for putting in pint jars, and a couple of them are going to be too big. I don't know how many I'm going to get. You have to have at least 4 pint jars or 2 quarts in your canner for proper processing. So what I'm going to do is fill the jars the best I can, and then just put jars of water in to take up the rest of the space. And this is so that, I think it's because that way the steam is more effective and brings more pressure to the food. Anyway, I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but I just know what it says. So, now, these do not get hot packed at all, ever. When you can fish, you put them straight into room temperature jars and over into a cool canner, no preheating, and then you start your processing. The come up time on these is really important. I don't know if I mentioned that the fish, when it's being brined, needs to be also refrigerated. I put mine on ice. So let me get one jar filled and I'll bring you back. It's hard to do when I'm sitting here holding this phone. Anyway, I'll bring you right back. 1 pint jar. I've got this much fish left right here. And it'll probably go into the half pint jar I've got out. That's all I got out of all that fish, because once you press it together, and it does say pack it pretty tight, so, and it doesn't get any other seasoning. Doesn't get any water in there. It's completely raw packed. And I've canned fish before, and it produces an amazing amount of liquid. So I've already wiped the top rim with vinegar. I'm going to put on a lid and a band, put it in the canner. I'm going to fill up this jar, this half pint, and then I'll put some other pint jars in there to take up space. I've got my jars of fish, just 1.5 pint, plus jars of water in the canner, and I'm going to get it where it's steaming for 10 minutes. I don't know if I mentioned, there's 4 quarts of water in the canner, because this is a 100-minute process. Anyway, I'll get it steaming and bring you back. You probably can't see it, but there is a steady stream of steam coming out, so now I'm going to set my timer. I've got the timer brought up for fish on my Kindle from the OSU timer checklist. So I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes and then continue. Pressure. Now this took a really long time. There's 4 quarts of water in there instead of 3. And it took a while. I'm going to turn this down so it's just gently, barely rocking, and then I've got the timer set already for 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's 100 minutes for fish. Okay, the time is up. It's been 100 minutes. It's a very long time. I'm letting the pressure drop. I can still hear it hissing a little. I'm letting the pressure drop for a while. It takes 30-45 minutes for the pressure to drop. Then I will remove the weight and let it sit for 10 more minutes before I take off the lid and remove the jars. Okay, there's my fish. This one really shrunk down a lot. They're both still boiling. I have every confidence they're going to seal. They look good. It just smells like fresh cooked fish in here. So there you go. a pint and a half of fish that we caught out of the local lake. And I'm hoping for much more very soon. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Have you ever tried canning fish? It's really not that hard. It just takes a long time in the process.